What's going on, kings and queens? Wisdom family. Let me see who is in the building. All right, I got the Real Brown Family Chronicles. Kia in the building. Moultrie Howard in the building. Said hello to all my kings and queens. So happy to see Sister WD is back. Missed you, Queen. Look, I missed you too. I miss you guys too. I'm gonna update you guys on what's been going on. All right. I see Ebony Woods one is up in the building. Said glad to have you back. Yeah, you know what? I'm not really gonna say I went anywhere, but I definitely had to take an unplanned break, but it was for a good reason. I got some good news for you guys. So I'm gonna share that in a little bit. All right. So we got Jazz Mika say, "Hey stranger, what's going on, Queen?" I know. Listen, it's nothing like a good Nesto update to get me out of my YouTube sabbatical, get me out of my YouTube slumber. But I'm actually planning a whole rebrand, and that's been taking a little bit longer than I anticipated because I want to do it right. And so I'm bringing you guys some new stuff in 2026. So there'll be more to come on that. But if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. All right. Definitely like the video. Let YouTube know that we is here. All right. It helps with the algorithm. But anyway, so guys, I'm back to work. All right. Listen, unemployment does not look good on your girl. Okay. Unemployment does not look good on me. So but God is good. I'm gonna tell you something. He may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. So God blessed me with a new position in my career field. And I'm truly blessed because I'm overseeing a team. And so I'm not having to do all the heavy lifting, but I'm really overseeing what it is that we are doing. And so, it's nice to be the boss, but it costs to be the boss. So anyway, but I'll tell you guys more about that a little bit later because there have been some changes. So I did have to relocate for this position, but it was well worth it. Okay, they made it worth my time. All right, commas and zeros. Okay, commas and zeros. All right, so we got Nana and Nee in the building. What's going on? Tony B is in the building. Shout out to all the mods who are here. All right, Alabama Blues Woman is up in the building. Said, "Hey, hi, hey to you too." So listen, y'all. All right, whipping now. Whipping now is in the building. Said, "Hey, WD, good to see that you're back." Same to all of you. A lady 100 in the building. Listen, your boy is real bad. It's real bad. Okay. Some of you probably heard or got an update about what's going on with your boy Nesto, but you ain't heard it from me. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we do, go ahead and throw up them popcorn emojis and let me know that y'all are ready for the shenanigans. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it right and let's do it tight. Um listen, I so I put up a post, right? I put up a post because I don't even know what to say about your boy at this point, but he needs better friends. Okay, your boy needs better friends because who he was connected with got him totally and utterly jammed up. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to go through his paperwork, them documents. Okay, we're gonna go through the documents, and then we're gonna hear from Dre. I think we're gonna do. It's a Monday, but we're gonna do a throwback on a Monday, and we're gonna throw back to a conversation between Nesto and Dre about these CP charges. So that's what we're gonna be doing on today. For those of you who are just joining, those of you who are in the bushes, glad to have you guys here. And then I'll tell you after we're done, y'all stay to the end and I'll tell you a little bit of tea about what's going on with my situation because as usual, y'all probably heard some things, but it probably wasn't the truth. So I'm gonna update y'all, let y'all know what's really going on. But anyway, Miami lady said, "Hey WD in chat, miss seeing you on my YouTube channel. Congratulations on your new job." Yes, I've been working for a little while. Actually, I would not have been gone this long, but God is good. He definitely blessed me, so I am thankful. It forced me to make some changes that I wasn't necessarily prepared for, but I'm not gonna complain. God has been too good. So let's talk about Nesto, y'all. What the hell? That's all I have to say is what the hell. Nesto needs new friends, better friends. Okay. I said it in my post. He kicked the lion scheming demon. He told her to kick rocks just too little too late. All right. And I remember, do you guys remember there was a huge celebration about some charges being dropped and Nesto's getting out and the charges dismissed and yada yada yada. Baby. See, there's a little key phrase called without prejudice. And see, little words matter because without prejudice means that they can spin the block on you. And that's what happened. Them CP charges, they'll spin the block on Nesto. Jamie Jam is in the building. What's going on? Michelle the Bell is also here. Sweets E9, I see you. So listen, let me go ahead and share and let's get right into these documents. Okay, I see StreamYard got a whole bunch of all type of new goodies and stuff, but we're not gonna experiment tonight. We're gonna get right into what we're gonna get into. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'm hoping that my laptop is going to cooperate. Hoping it's going to cooperate. Ooh, right. Hold on a second, maybe. Maybe I need to have my screen up before. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So let me do what I do. Now I did redact this a little bit, but hopefully we are all good. All right. So yeah, so this was just filed on the 22nd. So I don't think there's a jail call or text messages or anything from Nesto yet with a reaction to his new situation. Yeah. Hang on one second, guys. Let me take a few things off of this screen and then let's take a look at the documents. Baby, I said Nesto done pissed off somebody in heaven real bad because bruh can't catch a break. All them prayers, all the Bible study, I mean, it went nowhere. It did absolutely nothing. Okay? I'm just curious, at what point did he realize that, this ain't working? All right, so I got it up on the screen. I think we are good to go. All right, so look here. Nesto was indicted, okay, on a 10-count indictment. All right, I'm going to go through each and every one of these, but it starts with grape. All right, we got some aggravated sexual battery. Okay, we got some aggravated Sodom and Gomorrah, trafficking a person for expletive servitude. Okay, possession or control of material depicting a minor in an explicit conduct. Okay, he got about 6 of those. Okay, and this was signed by the grand jury on January 22nd. Some people are starting off the new year with evictions and homelessness, all right, and bankruptcies, trying to avoid paying rent. And other people are starting off the new year with a damn indictment. 10 counts. All right, so let's go. So count number 1, and I'm not going to read all this because we've done these before, all right, but it's the offense of grape, okay? Because in Fulton County, between the 1st of January of 2019 and the 31st of January 2021, he done met Sonia in between that time. And they don't know the exact date, okay? But he did have knowledge of a particular young lady, a female, who he forced against her will to have relations. All right, so that's count 1 of 10. All right, then the grand jury said, no, we ain't finished. We also charging Ernest Lavelle Williams, aka Ernesto, with the offense of aggravated sexual battery. Okay, because between January 1st, 2019 and June 31st of 2022, all right, we don't know the exact date, it don't matter, but they're alleging that he intentionally utilized a foreign object to penetrate the sexual organ of a young lady, same young lady, without her consent. So not only did he force himself on her, but he also forced a foreign object inside of her. Okay, because him graping her wasn't enough. He had to use them nasty toys. Okay, and we already did a poll last time about whether or not Nesto cleaned them toys in between uses, and I think the poll I think we agreed that he did not. Moving on, because grand jury still wasn't done. They said additionally, Mr. Williams, this is why we call him Nasty Nesto, is being indicted on a charge of aggravated Sodom and Gomorrah. Because between the 1st of January 2019 and the 31st of June 2022, all right, he unlawfully forced this young lady into a sexual act involving his male organ inside her back door. Yeah, he forced backdoor on her against her will with his nasty self. Okay. But because he's nasty Nesto, it wasn't enough that he raped the young lady. It wasn't enough that he used toys on her against her will. It wasn't enough that he forced himself through her back door. All right. And we all adults here. If you got kids, you might want to take them out of the room. If you've ever experienced that forcibly, it's horrible. It's probably one of the most painful things you can experience as a man or a woman. All right. Anyway, so then he's also accused and being indicted on trafficking this young lady for expletive servitude, okay, which is a felony. And that was between the 1st of January 2019 and the 22nd of June 2022. All right, that he did knowingly entice, solicit, obtain, harbor, transport, subject, and maintain this young lady who at the time it's being said was underage. So not only how do you force a child into sexual servitude? She was under the age of 18. And just to remind you guys, this young lady, I don't know if she met Nesto or if her daddy met Nesto, but Nesto has some dealings with her family. Let me just let me get back to StreamYard so I can see you guys for a second, because I'm on a different screen. Anyway, but this young lady was interested in like modeling and the entertainment industry, and we know how Nesto does. Nesto flaunts his now ex-wife Shirley Strawberry's reputation and her career and her job and all these pictures of all the celebrities on Instagrams, right? So she looked on his Instagrams, and I'm saying Instagrams on purpose, Anyway, but he looks on, she looks on his IG and figures he's legit, and she wants to get into industry. Okay. At what point did Nesto explain to her that getting put on was going to require her having him force himself on her with some toys, busting open her back door and forcing her into servitude of an adult nature underage? But what I do know is Nesto is cooked, because I'm almost positive, because we did this before, we looked to see what the minimum, I think the maximum, minimum or the maximum, the minimum amount of time for even one of these SA charges is like 25 years. Remember we talked about that? All right. Now look, I'm not going to Google it today, but if y'all are interested, just Google minimum time for aggravated Sodom and Gomorrah. Just look that one up. And if you figure it out, throw it up in the chat and let us know. Let us know. Okay. And then let us know what the minimum time is for trafficking a minor, because that's what he did, allegedly. Okay. Allegedly, because he is to be considered innocent until proven guilty. But you know what? As bad as that is, here's the real kicker. And I'm going to be very gentle with how I read this, because I experienced so many emotions the first time I read this document. We've laughed a lot at his side chick. She got many names: Silly Sonia, Stupid Sonia, Side Chick Sonia, all types of things, right? She actually was trying to downplay these pictures that they found on Nesto's laptop. Okay, trying to downplay. Oh, it was a picture. It was just a picture. Could have been me. Didn't she make a comment like that? That could have been her in the picture because she looks like a little girl. Okay, well, apparently, it wasn't a piece of a picture. It wasn't a blurry photo. Apparently, they were able to enhance these photos. And even though the dumbass side chick don't know the difference between kitty parts and lady parts, like grown women parts, they do. So here it is. So he also is being charged and accused of possessing CP. Okay. And they found it in his vehicle the day that he was arrested. Okay. So the first picture, okay, a piece of a picture, because that's how Nesto likes to sell it. Okay. That's what he told his wife. That's what he told his best friend. It wasn't nothing, it was a piece of a picture that he had some type of visual material, most likely a picture of a female child seated in a wide squat wearing no underwear, exposing her genitalia while performing oral, okay, on an animal that is believed to be a dog. And they even have the picture numbered. It was 000029. Okay, it depicted the minor's body, and it was clear that she was under the 18, under the years of under. I can't even, let me get this straight. I can't even talk tonight. Under 18 years of age, engaged in explicit conduct in the form of bestiality. Okay, that's 5 out of 10. Then he had another photo or some type of visual something of a female child naked as the day she came into the world, reclined in a chair while a dog was licking on her genitals. Number 30. Okay. But Nasty Nesto had more, okay? Because the next photo or whatever it was that he had was a female child, naked as the day she was born, lying on a table. This one was rough. Apparently the picture was depicting this young child having relations with a horse, okay, while laying on a table. Why he would have something like this on a device, I will never understand. Okay. And he tried to sell it as if, oh, he bought a used laptop and that must have been on there already. Who you think, who does he think was born yesterday? We ain't stupid. Okay. We are not stupid. All right. Number 16. Female child, naked as the day she was born, bound by her wrist and bound by her neck, while it appears a dog to be licking on the child's body. Okay. Yeah, we already know why that's an issue. All right. Next photo he had, number 12, was a female child laying on a bed, naked as the day she was born. All right. As and they had the color now. Now we know it is a dog, a black and white dog. Okay, performing oral on this child's private parts. Okay. This is what the side chick said was no big deal. Oh, wasn't nothing. I wonder what she thinks now, because this is very specific. All right. And count 10 out of 10. He had another visual photo, something of a female child completely nude, hovering over a bathtub with her legs spread, exposing her parts. All right. And he's being charged with lewd, or this was a lewd exhibition of genitals, okay, of a minor child. Yeah. Yep. Witnesses is the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, someone by the name of A. Charges, and Natalie Fields. And then, of course, the person who is the victim of the SA charges. Okay. Nesto is done. I don't even know. I don't know what kind of defense. I don't know what kind of defense his Lord, I can't even get my thoughts together. Nasty. This is why we call him Nasty Nesto. All right. Hoovy Hooves. Attorney Hooves, baby, I hope you are a praying man. But then again, that may not work because Nesto had people praying for him, and his situation just got went from bad to worse. Bad to worse. Um, I don't know what kind of defense Hoover is going to be able to come up with, but baby, all I can say is it sucks to be him. All right, Nana. And he said he is done, done, done. Dr. Queen Lily Young is in the building. You know, I love calling you Dr. Lily. I love it. I love it. It's still legal in Georgia to have backdoor X. I don't know that it's illegal in some other states. I don't know. But what I do know is that this man, you know what? I say all the time, you need to be careful what you say out of your mouth. Nesto actually said to Sonia, I don't know if I still have that soundbite on here. He basically told her, he said, I ain't never getting out. He said, I ain't never getting out. And you know what? He was right. He was right. Yep. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. I think I got it. 1 second. Yeah, let's go ahead and remind Nesto of what he said. Hold on 1 second. I ain't never getting out. Man, 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 I ain't never getting out. We know. Okay. He said, I ain't never effing getting out. We know. We know you ain't never getting out. So let me get to some of y'all's comments. I'm curious to see what y'all had to say about all of this, and I want to know you guys' thoughts. Is this a situation where you don't think this is a part of Nesto's character because the way he likes to tell it? If you look at his history, he's never done anything like this. I mean, he's conned people out of their cars, their money, their credit limit. He's conned them out of their panties. He's conned people out of investments, all type of stuff, millions of dollars. Okay, not a G wagon, but a Mercedes Benz, all type of things. Theft by deception, theft by taking, fraud, all of that. But is it possible that this man had a fetish that nobody knew about? Because you know what the detective said. This indictment only includes 6 photos. But if you look at the numbers, the number was as high as 29. And I believe they said that they had found a total of 30 some odd images. Okay. 30 some odd images. And it was images that were curated, meaning that these were pictures from someone that has a fetish. So what do y'all think? Because I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think Nesto got a problem. Okay. I think that's one of the reasons why he likes Sonia so much, because she does remind him of a little girl. I believe what a representative from the family told me, that something happened between him and Shirley Strawberry's daughter, Sheridan. Okay, something inappropriate. And that's why she couldn't live with them anymore and had to get her own place. Okay. I also believe that Nesto might be a little sick in the head, and he might have been escalating in his crimes. Okay. That's what I believe. It's Miss Kim said, so there's no chance that Nesto is getting time served and released, huh? He probably gonna get time served, but time served on like 60 years. I mean, he ain't gonna live that long. He's been in jail, what? Going on, it's 3.5 years. Yeah, it's 3.5 years. It's gonna be 4 years this summer that he's been behind bars. I don't know what 4 years of time served is gonna do. I really don't. Really, really don't. Miami Lady T said 25 plus. Bye, Austin. You know what? I don't know if Nesto. How do I say this without it sounding terrible? You know what? I'm just gonna give it to you straight up, no chaser. Look here. Nesto is talking about the Lord and God this and God that, and but he's never really repented, and so he's getting everything that he deserves. What's the difference between grace and mercy? Anybody know what's the difference? What is the definition of grace versus the definition? Hold on a second. Ellie's here. Hi, Mama. Y'all, we got like almost 2 feet of damn snow up here. Hold on a second. I gotta take off her coat. Y'all, give me 1 second. There you go, Mama. All right. There you go. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway, grace is unmerited favor, right? Grace is unmerited favor. It's favor, right? It's getting something even though you don't really deserve it. And mercy is not getting what you'd actually deserved, right? Nesto is not receiving any grace and any mercy. He's getting exactly what he deserved, assuming that he did all the stuff that this paperwork is saying that he did. And the thing is, they got so much evidence. Yeah. Nesto, I got a question for you, baby. Are you ready for your baptism? Because your son said you're going to get baptized. Are you ready for your baptism? Yeah. Superfly said, wondering what Uncle Dre thinks now. Superfly, you done read my mind. I was wondering the same damn thing. Okay. Where is Peach Cobbler? Okay. And what does he think about all this now? Because see, there was a whole celebration going on. You know, this is what happens when people jump the gun, you know, switching sides and all this other nonsense. Oh, I told you he was gonna his charges was gonna get dismissed. I would feel real dumb right now if I was the person that was running around talking about his charges, them CP charges was going to get dismissed. No, they were never dismissed. And now he's been officially indicted. So now Nesto has been officially indicted, I believe, on all of his charges. So remember, he's got the 39 count RICO, right? We went through that paperwork. And honestly, it was so much, I don't even know if we ever really finished it. But what I do remember is that every one of those charges came with a minimum of 1 year. Some of them were a minimum of 5 years. But even if he got he was found guilty on all 39 counts, or it's 40 counts now of the RICO, and it's only 1 year per count. That's 40 years right there. Then he's got the 4 SA charges. One of them charges alone carries a minimum of 25 years because the young lady was a minor. That's not even what he would get for the aggravated sexual battery, the trafficking, and all of the CP stuff. Okay. Nesto, baby, the only way you getting out of jail is to die out. It's like a gang. The only way you getting out is to die out. Okay. I think no, we don't need to talk no more about no freedom is coming. Okay. That guilty verdict is coming. That's what's coming. We don't need to talk anymore about that. That guilty verdict is coming. Yep, she said it at one of those visits to see him. Yep. Boney Tail is just as gross as him. She is sponsoring a predator, and she's not the only one. Not the only one. But anyway, we ain't gonna get into that. But the right one said, welcome back, WD Queen. Yes, I, along with others, have surely missed you. Oh, I miss you too. I miss you too. I miss you too. Yeah, I had to do not had to, but I decided to do an entire rebrand, and I didn't want to just kind of like start in the middle and half-ass it, but it's nothing like Nesto to bring me out of a YouTube slumber. So I'm still using the old branding, but yeah, we got a whole new show coming, y'all. So y'all look out for that. Shout out to Silver and Gold in the building. She said, hi, WD and family. Sure, miss you, WD. Oh, I miss you guys too. I always miss you guys. So listen, on that note, veteran Braun, she said, sorry, I'm late. No, Queen, as long as you showed up, you ain't never late. Look here, let's hear from Dre. Let's hear from Dre. Let's hear Nesto try to finesse Dre and Shirley Strawberries about these charges. Because, baby, I love how Nesto tried to downplay these charges. Let's go. Let's get right into uh this phone calls from prison. Let me go ahead and get it up on the screen for you. And yeah, I'm gonna be giving my commentary, but I'm gonna try not to make too many pauses and interruptions along the way. Dre, baby, if you're listening, we miss you. And we are so sorry that your homeboy lied to you, that he tried to scam you into giving him some bail money, okay, making you think that he was getting out when truth be told, mm-mm. Truth be told, he was never getting out. He's not going to get out. And honestly, like I said, you got 10 counts here. Listen, that's still going to end up getting 300 years, y'all. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
You up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Good. You all right?
I'm good.
All right, hold on one second. I think I got the speed too doggone high. Let me slow it down. All right. And y'all give me just a second because I got some background noise and I'm about to get rid of it right now. All right. Hang on one second. Let me get rid of this background noise. And I'm on my laptop. I am not on my computer with my two screens, and it makes a difference, y'all. All right, hold on one second, y'all. Dre, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, so this is a call between Dre and Nesto, and then Miss Skirla Strawberries is going to get on the line, okay, with her ignorant acting self. And I say ignorant because Shirley be acting like she ain't up on things. Shirley be acting like she don't know what the hell is going on. But I think it was wishful thinking. Lisa Glaze in the building. What's going on, girl? She said, "Hey, you have been missed. How are you? How's the job search going?" Oh, Queen, I that's why I haven't been on here because I've been back to work, and I do have a little bit of a no, not a little bit. I have a commute. I have a serious commute. Let me not even sugarcoat it for you. Yeah, I got a serious commute. But I just needed to get into the swing of things and get into a certain, cadence and a rhythm and make sure in terms of all my responsibilities because I'm overseeing a team now and it's it's really important that I have all my ducks in a row. So that's why I had not been on YouTube because I was working. And because of the long commute, yeah, I'd be tired. All right, let's get back into this. Let's get right on back into it. Let's hear Nesto tell Dre about the CB charges. All right, let's go.
Okay then. You got your seat?
Mm,
Do I have a what?
You
a
sitting down?
seat.
No, I'm standing up.
Okay. You might need to sit down for this one.
What's wrong?
I gotta talk to you.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, come on, listening.
Okay. You got your telephone number? Because I want her to be on the line when I talk to you.
With Shirley?
Yeah.
You want me to put on three-way?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He said, "Oh Lord." He said, "All right, partner, you might want to take a seat." He said, "You sitting down?" Dre said, "No, I'm standing up." Dre, you gonna need a seat and a drink, baby.
Hold on. You say Shirley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, she gonna pick up?
Yeah, she gonna pick up.
Hold on.
Back then.
Sure. That's those white. Hold on.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? You there?
Okay. Mr. Shirley, you there?
Yes,
Good.
I'm here. Good morning, y'all.
Okay.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm
So
good, thank you.
I got a hold of Dre, so I got 30 minutes talking on the phone here. Got a little time.
Oh.
So I wanted to make sure he was on the phone with you because I hadn't talked to him about everything yet. So and I want to tell
Okay.
him while you was on the phone. So I
Okay.
supposed to have then hired the lawyer. I supposed to got out Wednesday. He had a
Mm-hmm.
deal with the DA, to finally get me the bonds and everything. So come Wednesday, Tuesday, then he talked to Shirley, one of them, and it came to find out that Roswell didn't really have nothing on me, But what they did was they came up with another bogus charge on me. Now, let me tell you what the charge is. The charge,
You hear that, right? So another bogus charge. And it's funny that the YouTube closed caption says booger. No, Nesto is the hood booger. But anyway, another, see, this is how he's selling it as a bogus charge. That indictment ain't bogus, I'll tell you that.
is photo, some size photo of a kid. I think that's what it says. Okay, of a minor, 11, 12, or 13. That's what's supposed to be on the warrant. They took me to court yesterday. Said they're not sure what it is. Okay, but we're gonna charge you with this right here. So they say,
Wait a minute. Nesto said, yeah, it was a photo of a kid. I think that's what it say. You know how like you got to tell somebody something that's real serious, but you try to downplay it so you act like you don't really know what's going on. I don't know. It's something, of a kid. I think that what it say, but then he know the ages 11, 12, 13-year-olds. And they don't have all the information yet, but they're gonna go ahead and charge me with this right here. Nesto, really? He must have really, really didn't think too highly of his wife, or didn't think that she was competent or smart or any of those things, because damn, Nesto, like who the hell is believing this?
and they charged me with child pornography on one of my supposed to be items. 6 fucking months. Had nothing on me. So they put that on me so I couldn't make bond Thursday. You understand? Hello?
I'm listening. You listening?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to tell you, I want to tell you, Dre, from my mouth, Shirley can feed you in more details because she knows what's going on with the lawyer had told her. Okay?
And Nesto was mad. The lawyer wasn't supposed to tell Shirley nothing. He told Shirley everything. Okay, he like, look here, you might want to find you a new husband, because I'm just gonna let you know this marriage ain't gonna last. And you know how I know? Because your husband, yeah, he got hit with some CP charges because he had pictures of little kids, little girls, okay, little pictures of little girls doing all type of nasty stuff. And Shirley is just as calm as can be. What I would not have given to be a fly on that wall.
Oh, these people are still trying to fuck with me. They don't have shit on me. But that's the only thing trying to keep me, so I couldn't make bond. The other charge that they had on me, all of them, this lawyer found out, all of them was bogus. So now I'm still sitting in here. They got me in here for that kid shit. Everybody know I don't fuck with child for kid people. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Everybody knows that Nesto don't mess around with kids. Do y'all remember when one of the first series of calls between Nesto and Shirley, when he first got locked up, I believe it was either September, October of 2022. And Nesto says to Shirley, remember when I first met you, I told you I don't mess with no kids. Girl, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. What man needs to tell his lady, oh, by the way, I don't mess with no little childrens. I don't be feeling on little girls. So Nesto said the charges are bogus, but that's why he's still in there. If the charges are bogus, why are you still in jail? Oh my gosh. I'm just amazed that he really thought that his friends were dumb enough to buy this story, and that his now ex-wife wasn't going to be like, what the hell? Because I'm gonna tell you right here. You know what? I was gonna say that I'm married to somebody and I knew they had a criminal record, but they have repented from that criminal record, but they got arrested now for the fourth time during our 8-year marriage. And people are all on social media, because I know what got back to Shirley, that people were asking for money and saying that Nesto scammed them and this, that, and the third. And now this, baby, I would have walked away. I'm sorry. It's too much. I would have like, you know what? I'm not for you. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
But it's more detail to that, because I can't see, I don't have the document to see that. I'm going by what they charged me and took me to court with yesterday.
Yeah, well, we got the document and we know the details, and it's disgusting. It's gross. Okay. It is. How depraved do you have to be to get off on looking at stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
Don't say no, I'm fucking with no kids, nothing like that. It said unknown child object. You understand what I'm saying? Hello?
Were you Earnest?
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, object. Okay. So
Object, I don't know what that means.
object is a picture.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we could talk. I could talk like this. I'm not talking about my cases.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about my case. I'm talking about what they charged me with.
Okay. Okay.
Can't the lawyers find out in the documents when they do a discovery? Can't they find out who the child is and the pictures and who got the warrant and all that? Ain't that their job to find out that information?
His thing.
About this charge?
His thing.
Oh, Lord. Every time Nesto say, here's the thing, you know he about to tell a lie. And Miss Shirley, you a little too calm for me, baby. You just a little too calm for me. I don't know if that's restraint. I don't know if this is happening. I mean, whatever emotion she had, she must have got it out with the lawyer. Now she's like, you know what? This is why I separated from this man. Because remember, Shirley and Nesto separated like in March of 2022, just a few months before he was arrested. So Shirley Strawberry was already somewhat mentally and emotionally detached. So I guess her being a little calm, I guess that's fair. I have to remember that. Look, we separated. I don't even know if I want to stay married to you.
It ain't no charge. It ain't no person.
So they're just making it up?
Yes, that's what it was yesterday when I went to court. When I went to the court, that's exactly what the judge said. Well, you know, it don't have no person name, don't have no victim, no nothing. It's in child. That's what it says. It says unknown. They don't know it's a 13, 1, 11, 12, 13-year-old. That's what.
Nesto, it don't matter. It doesn't matter if nobody knows who the child is. It doesn't matter if they 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, or 17. It's a minor, right? In explicit positions and engaging in bestiality. It's disgusting for a grown woman to do it, but a child who can't consent for themselves, who were probably enticed, coerced, paid, okay, to do that kind of stuff, forced, if I didn't say that already. Really though? He up here telling them that the judge said, well, it ain't no name. Nah, that ain't how that go. That ain't how that go, Nesto.
He said unknown.
So that
not
make
a
it right.
victim or nothing. That's what they just throw that on me, so I could not make bond. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So what the lawyer told you, that's not what I got charged with. So
what the lawyer told me?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, he did say what you're saying. He said, you know, it's a little. What he told me. You want me to tell you what he told me?
Yes, because he came to see me yesterday. My head was just hurting so bad. Yes, I couldn't even fucking think.
No, Shirley, don't tell Nesto what the lawyer told you. Let him speculate. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him what the lawyer told you. He see Nesto's over here trying to fish for details. He want to know how much Shirley knows.
So I didn't get into it late, but he came to see me after I got here.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah, I got to talk to him. Oh. Yeah, because they shut all my shit down, so I can't do no emails. I can't get on no computers. I can't do nothing.
Good.
Because of that.
Oh.
So So he did tell me, bestiality. That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said
that's what he told me.
Yeah, and he broke it all the way down. He said that's not what you got going on. They setting you up because they can't have nothing else. They done did all the other stuff on you.
Use a lie. The lawyer did not tell you that. Okay, the lawyer did not tell Nesto that he's being set up. Willie said, we should get t-shirts made with "It's Civil" and have a Nesto to English dictionary made. You funny. But look here. Can we do can we do this? Can we do a double-sided t-shirt, and on the front it's gonna say, "Here's the thing." On the back it's gonna say, "It's civil." Can we do that? Can we have a picture of Nasty Nesto? Here's the thing. And then on the back, it's going to be a picture of Sonya that says, "It's simple." Can we do that? Can we, you know what? I'm going to have to get a mock-up of that t-shirt made. I think I think that's what I'm going to have to do. All right. We're going to have this picture on the front. It's going to say, "Here's the thing." All right. And then I think we should have this picture on the back. "It's civil." Okay. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm just cutting up. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay. But that's what I think. I think that's what we gonna do. All right. And I'm over here like Cat Williams, like, you really think that these people are buying this story? Miami Lady T said, "A beast of what?" Bestiality. Hold on, I'm trying to catch your comments. Ebony said, Dre is really through with Nesto. Okay, just listen to his responses. All right. CDE said, "Ninja, get ready to register as nasty permanently." All right. Aristocrat said, "Dre sound like he fell out and is trying to recover from the trauma of hearing all of this." All right. Miami Lady T is laughing. A lady 100 said, "I'll wear it." Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Here's the thing, and then we're gonna put on the back, "It's civil." That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Anyway, let's continue hearing Nesto with his nasty lies. I'm baffled. That's why I'm stuttering. I'm absolutely baffled that nobody called his ass out except his son. His son did call him out. Like, bro, you know what? Just stop. Just stop right there. I don't even want to hear no more. Just stop right there. Use a lie. It's bestiality. They found it in your possession. Stop lying.
And they don't have anything else. And when he went to the DA to get my bonds and everything else, they caught that shit up, so I couldn't get a bond.
Oh, okay. So the DA, so the lawyer went to the DA's office to see about a bond for Nesto, and they just trumped up some charges. Pun intended. They just threw some charges on Nesto. 6 months later, they just threw some charges on him because they couldn't have done it from day one. They had to wait 6 months to throw some charges on him. Oh, okay.
That's exactly what he told me. Is that what he told you?
Yes.
Okay. Stop lying, Shirley. That ain't what he told
now,
you.
I'm a fucking child. I'm a fucking...
No, don't say that.
Apparently.
You're not that. That's what you've been charged with. That's what they charge you with.
That's what they charge me with, but it's not that. But that's it. Pornography, all that shit is the same to me. Okay?
But, yeah.
Well, when you say charge, I'm sorry, let me jump in. When you say charge, you haven't pleaded guilty to that. That's not a part of your record, right?
No, it's not. It's not, but it's a arrest record.
Dre, baby, you've been in jail before. You know how this works. When you get charged with something, it stays on your record. Okay, even if it gets dismissed or nolle prost, or in this case, dismissed with prejudice, and then they turn around and add them back on and take them off later, and then turn around and do an indictment. Yeah, it's on his record. It's on his record. That's how that go. That's how that go.
I can get that. I can get that expunged off. I know that part.
He said
well, you can't get expunged, but are you talking about? Are you thinking about pleading guilty to that?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell
Okay.
No. No.
Okay.
I doubt if I do that. They cut my head off if I do that shit.
Okay.
Do y'all think Nesto gonna be suicidal now with this indictment? Because see, I think Nesto did it. I think Nesto did everything that he was charged with. Everything. That's what I think. You know, it's just my opinion. But I think he's guilty of it all. And I think he's just mad that he got caught. You know how arrogant you have to be driving around day in and day out in a vehicle that you know you obtained by fraudulent means, full of evidence of theft by deception and theft by taking. And who the hell was wearing the black mask with the zips? Was that the young girl? Because you know that's what the side chick called it. You know the girl, okay, the victim that he essayed. Is that who was wearing the black mask with the zips? Y'all know what that is, right? It's a mask where your whole face is covered, your nose and your mouth. And the only way you can breathe is if they unzip the mouth part. It's very hard to breathe in that. It's a form of bondage and masochism and submission. Okay? Shirley, when that police officer told you you don't know who you married, you should have believed her the first time because she told you right.
I think what he's saying is the way it got explained to me, Andre, is that he was supposed to get a bond on Wednesday.
Right.
He was to court on Wednesday. He waited for the DA because the DA had to go out of town, and they said that when he would get back on Wednesday and take care of the bond, and he'd probably be out. But he said the day that he was supposed to get out, then the Roswell Police Department came in with these other charges. These charges are completely unrelated to what he's in there for.
Right, because they found some stuff, Shirley. Okay? They found some stuff. All right? And that's why the detective told you don't know who the hell you married. Because they found some stuff that made it very clear. Oh, hell no. This ain't what we thought. This is something else. This is a whole other thing. Bestiality. CP. Minors, children, pictures, animals. Dre was like, "Hey man, you gonna have to explain to me about them animals, man. It's, you know, I need to know what going on with them animals."
That's what he's saying. And yeah, he said they threw that in at the last minute. You know, on the last day, at the last, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Unrelated to, you know, what he's in there for.
Well, now he's in there for something else.
So that's that. With that.
So that's what's going on. That's I'm not really worrying about that part because I know that's not what I'm into. I don't have them problems.
Right.
Yeah. I just the setup is like my fucking life is a damn a movie right now. This shit don't even seem real, Dre. Now I ain't no angel for nobody. I'm not gonna tell nobody no dumb shit like that. But what I will say is this journey has been a cold setup from day one. Just like I'm just the target is on my head. For what apparent reason, I have no clue.
No clue. Y'all, Nesto said he got a target on his head and he got no clue. He has no idea why he's in jail. He ain't an angel now, but he don't know why he in jail. He don't know why these charges got thrown on him. Okay? They just throw the charges on him. They bogus. He ain't got the lie for nobody. Nesto said he wasn't worried. He wasn't worried. But them jail calls later on tell a whole different story. Them text messages tell a whole different story. I bet you he worried now. Tell you that.
I'm too old to even play the games like that. I'm fucked up right now.
We know.
In my head.
Okay,
we know you got to be real effed up in the head to get off on stuff like that. Yeah, we know. He's real messed up in the head. He's real messed up. Nesto needs some prayer. I mean, some real. I'm not talking them fake Christian prayers. I'm talking about some real prayer. Because I don't know if he thinks by pretending he didn't do nothing that's gonna make it better. It's gonna somehow exonerate him. I bet you Nesto is like dying to get to the green waters, okay? Because that's how he cleansed himself. Okay, he will repent to the green waters, not to God. He will go in the water like he was being baptized and come up clean and green. And he thought if he did 1 or 2 good deeds that would replace all the bad ones. Well, he learned in a day.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Now, even though the charges are bogus and you know that you didn't do that, I guess it's just a matter of a waiting game to get the lawyer to prove that you didn't do it. I'm kind of confused. So even though, he took the bond away from you. He didn't want you to make bond for all the charges are bogus. I got that. So at the last minute, they come up, okay, well, he did this. We're going to hold him for this, which is not true. So to get that thrown out or to get that dismissed, what you have to do now? Another waiting game or wait till the lawyer comes?
I got to go get, no, because this lawyer here can't handle that type of case. So I got it. He telling me yesterday, no, don't go get another lawyer. You need to get a public defender. Let the public defender run that, and then they're going to run sue with this other shit I got going on. Because all it is the same thing as the evidence that they take off my phone or my computer. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, so you do know where it came from. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing, Nesto. So they got your phone or your computer. So either they got this off of your phone or they got it off of your computer. But I thought the story that the side chick, fake paralegal wannabe, said that, oh, it was a used laptop and the stuff was already on there. Well, if the stuff was already on there, then how did it get on your phone? Riddle me that.
But he
said they said they got it off the computer.
Yeah. But
they got what off the computer? Got the child photography stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm like, that makes no motherfucking sense what you did. I don't even hardly use my shit. Half time it's gonna sit on the fucking kitchen counter. I say when I do pull it out, the shit going for my patrol shit. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is you talking about.
Yeah, and how many pictures does Nesto have online of him on that same G-Tech computer? He has a picture of him in the business suit. Okay, I think he's at a desk on that one in the office. He's got a picture of him sitting in the back of what looks like a Maybach or a similar type vehicle on the same damn computer, right? Remember, he talked about the machine, the box that he was using to check, and he told Shirley, well, I got a suit. Now I got a lawsuit because the box didn't tell me that I had warrants. The box didn't tell him that he had warrants, but he was able to look at everybody else's shit. But it didn't tell him that he had warrants. Even after the teacher told him that she was going to the police. Because she said, either give me back or give me back my money, or I'm going to the popo. Ho.
You get what I'm saying? So he said, no, you can't look at it like that. You know, you got to look at it this way right here. They don't want you out because they're losing. But that's a cold piece right there. He said, they put you on TV. You ain't got shit. I said, yeah, I know it ain't shit out there. So now they come up with this. This is a low hit right here. Low hit.
But to answer your question, Andre, if I can, it's so since this current lawyer, dealing with what he was charged with, that's all he's dealing with. He doesn't take, these child cases and all that. He doesn't do that. So Nesto has to get now a public defender to handle that stuff.
Right, because Shirley said, I ain't got it, okay? He got to get a public defender. She ain't paying for no more lawyers like Jennifer Williams done told, her husband, Christian Gold Warren, whatever the hell his name really is. I ain't paying for no more lawyers. You gonna have to get a public defender. And baby, when I found out, and thank you to Wisdom Kinfolk that alerted me to the new update on Nesto. When I found out, I promise y'all, I was straight up looking like Cookie Monster with the cookies. When I tell you, I was like, baby. So it's done. Okay. Crumbs everywhere. All right. At that point, I didn't even care about the carpet. I mean, I was throwing them cookies back, crumbs every damn where. Like, yeah. I was thoroughly entertained by the fact that all of Nesto's good deeds. Yeah, there's a song that says my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. Well, Nesto, your good deeds didn't outweigh your bad deeds. Sorry, Charlie. But yeah, you ain't never getting out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys know, and I learned this since you've been in there, hon, is that every time you get new charges, that lawyer, it's more money, for the lawyer. But he doesn't handle these, period. Yeah. So that's why he said to get a public defender to deal with this, because, he knows we don't have the money. He knows that. He knows. But they think because of I am who I am, I have money. It's not the case. If that's the case, we don't have that kind of lifestyle. That's not the case. It just really is not the case.
Right.
So, anyway, so that's what he's dealing with right now. So I guess the public defender is now going to have to work on that. And I don't know, maybe it'll take a few days or a couple of weeks or something. I don't know, for them to deal with that. But the current attorney is only dealing with fraud stuff or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
The what? Did she say the fraud stuff? The fraud stuff. Do you know that Shirley Strawberry could have helped Nesto prevent some of this? She could have helped him prevent some of this. Now, honestly, Nesto being Nesto, he would have got himself jammed up some way or another. But what I mean is, the teacher is one of the victims who reached out to Shirley directly, trying to appeal to her, to plead to her, like, listen, I know your husband, he made some promises, he didn't deliver. And not only did he not deliver, I ain't even talking about that. I just need somebody to give me the money back that I gave him, or give me my car back. Okay, because I need my money on my car. Like, I need help. Okay. And Shirley, excuse me, she could have afforded it. Okay. If she could afford $30,000 for a lawyer, she could have afforded to give this woman $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for her trouble. Okay. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was that outstanding warrant that allowed them to not only arrest Nesto right there on the spot, but it allowed them to be able to impound his vehicle because they had probable cause and search the vehicle. Okay. And if that woman had gotten Melody Scretchen, if she had gotten her money back, probably wasn't going to get the car back. But at least if she had gotten her money back, she probably wouldn't have gone to the police. Right. And when the police ran Nesto, there wouldn't have been an outstanding warrant. But, and I'm not blaming it on Shirley, so don't y'all come for me talking about, oh my God, are you saying it's Shirley's fault? Hell no, it ain't her fault. Her only crime was marrying this a-hole, this predator, this monster, okay, and all of those things. But anyway, I'm just saying, that alone could have potentially avoided some of this stuff. I'm just saying. Because imagine if she had given the victims back their money, those who reached out to her. Okay. Is it possible that, Nesto would have got caught eventually, but maybe it wouldn't have been this bad? Because when I tell you, like, it's like house of cards, one domino after the next, just falling. Nesto, yeah, my partner. All the lies you done told, all the crimes you done committed, all the money you done stole, it's all coming back. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to you now. All right? Yeah, you getting all that karma. You getting all that karma.
Wait, you already say that part there. That's already beatable. It's already admitted. That's why they never indicted me. I've been here 6 months. They ain't indicted me. And they ain't.
Have you talked to the public defender yet, Ernest? Have you met with them yet?
That was yesterday. That motherfucker got up and down. Oh, Shion, I'm just starting today, and I don't really know what's going on. And I'm from another city, and I don't have my 2 license. I'm working under somebody else's license. Man, that motherfucker ain't know the damn thing what the fuck he was talking about yesterday. So I'm just sitting up there. Then what really pissed me off, the DA get up there. Oh yeah, he got money. He done got 3-4 different lawyers. You don't need no public defender. He got money. What the fuck is you talking about? I've been locked up 6 months. I ain't got no income. I ain't got shit. So now how shit go now.
I just think that's what the DAs do. They blow things out of proportion. So you already know that they're trying to get a conviction.
No, Dre, baby, that ain't what it is. That ain't how that go. That's not what it is. Sorry, baby, not what it is. And Nesto ain't got no money because he can't scam anybody from jail. Not really, not feasibly. He has no money because he has no new victims. I mean, Nesto was literally running like from scam to scam to scam, from one woman to the next, one dude to the next, because it wasn't only women, but I don't think he was sleeping with the men. It was a lot easier for him to scam the women.
No conviction on that shit. I ain't doing shit like that. That was a whole setup to keep me in here. Then the part about that is, I ain't making this shit up.
Yes, you is.
It's obvious. When I get ready to make a move, they make a move. So that move they make is ridiculous. How you gonna come from this to that? Come on.
Right.
I don't have time to sit on like that.
Yeah, what does one do with the other is what you're saying. What does one charge have to do with that charge? These are so different.
Right.
Way out the box.
So?
Yeah, this is it's madness.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So the thing is, you would need another lawyer to pay another lawyer, not a public defender, to handle that case, to handle this case, these charges that have just come up.
So wait a minute, y'all. Think about this for a second. If he's indicted on the CP and the SA charges, who is going to defend him in that case? And is there now going to be a new motion for the CP charges to be combined? Because remember, Nesto got indicted on the RICO, then he got indicted on the Shirley Strawberry indictment, then he got indicted simultaneously on the PGR indictment. That was the house that Nesto said he didn't have, the other house that he wasn't paying rent for, right next to his co-defendant, his Cody, Erica Kang. All right. And then there was one more. I can't remember what the other indictment was, but that's 4. All right. And then indicted now on this. So that's 5. That's 5 indictments. And they did enter a motion and a request to combine Shirley's indictment, the PGR indictment, with the RICO because they were connected. So is he now going to, meaning when I say he, I'm talking about Will Wooten. Is Will Wooten now going to request that these charges be combined, or are they going to stay separate? And is it going to be a different public defender? Because I don't think Sean Hoover can handle all of this. I think this is too much, honestly. Okay, because he's taking all type of leave of absences. Now, Will Wooten got to take a leave of absence, and whatever trial Nesto thought was going to start in February was been pushed back to April. And listen, I'm not expecting Nesto's trial to actually start probably until like June or July, and that's me being hopeful. Anyway.
Do you think the public defender can handle these bogus pornography charges, or do you feel comfortable going with another lawyer?
No, I got to get me another lawyer because I got to figure it out. I got to. Today I just got to get the process of talking to you and Shirley about what's on my mind right now, what's going on, and then I just tackle that shit Tuesday. I got a clear head because right now I'm just still in shock right now. I'm just still in shock right now. I can deal with a lot of shit, but this right here, this one thing is my pet peeve that I'm against. So it's shocking that it's happening to me.
Yeah.
Nesto said that's his pet peeve. What the hell is your pet peeve? It's Nesto's, y'all. It's Nesto's pet peeve when people throw bogus charges on him. If your pet peeve is people throwing bogus charges on you, that means you get locked up a lot. You get arrested a lot. Okay? For somebody who supposedly repented and turned from his wicked ways and he learned his lesson, you sure got arrested a lot while you was married to Shirley Strawberries. I'm just saying.
Well, it just really got me fucked up right now, to be honest with you. So,
but this public defender that they assigned to you, he's not even from Georgia. He's from a different state.
He's from a whole nother state. Just touched down first day yesterday.
So he doesn't even know you. He doesn't know. He hasn't seen the evidence or the supposed evidence they have.
No, they don't. That's not how they do the first appearance. They just put you in there just so you won't be seen, like, using your rights up. That's all that is. Be quiet.
Oh,
that's it. And tell you, hey, he got somebody to stay where he work at, and I hope they get a bond. Can he get a bond, y'all? Y'all say yes or no. That's it. That's it. That's what's going on with that.
When you talk, who did you talk to yesterday? You talked to your normal attorney, or you talked to the public defender?
No. I'm not gonna talk no public defender for it's probably about another month or two, because that's how long it's taking now for the motion. It used to be like 2 weeks that you get turned down, but it ain't that no more. It takes like 3 months before you can get in there now. That's what happened to me last time.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? I told y'all months ago, last year, maybe the year before that Nesto needed a different lawyer, that Sean Hoover was not it. Okay. So Nesto's motion to try to get the evidence from his truck suppressed was denied. All right. And he had 30 days to appeal. He had the right to appeal. He had 30 days to put in his appeal. Y'all, 30 days came and went. No appeal. Okay. So then all of a sudden, out the blue, after the judge has put in the paperwork, rendered the decision, all those things, didn't put in the appeal, Hoover puts in a request to have the judge vacate his denial, re-enter the denial, so that he can restart the clock and have another 30 days to submit an appeal on the decision that the judge made to not suppress the vehicle evidence. Okay? You're going to ask the judge to undo all that work. Yeah, go ahead and just erase your denial, and then go ahead and just put in a new denial so I can restart the clock so we can go ahead and get. No, baby. Judge Dunaway ain't doing that. Judge Dunaway was mad that he signed a perpetual Rule 22, meaning that he signed a Rule 22 that was worded in such a way that it was requested that instead of having to get a new Rule 22 every time that there's a court hearing, all right, just activate this one Rule 22 for the remainder of the trial, and I don't have to get a new one every single time. Yeah, because see, he signed off the paperwork and didn't read, because reading is fundamental. And he forgot, excuse me, that he signed off on that, and then he tried to renege. Okay? And after Hoover talked all of that crap about the bloggers, he trying to get the judge to undo his decision and redo his decision, and then allow him another 30 days to appeal. You got some damn nerve. I'm just curious to know how Nesto gonna get himself out of this one. Because I don't think Hoover is gonna take on this case. I think he's gonna end up with a whole different public defender, maybe Hannah Rondon. I don't know, because the side chick said Hannah Shakes, which I don't believe that, but that's what she said. Anyway.
You're gonna be in there until you could talk to your public defender on these new charges of saying.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in here for another 90 days before I can get back into court, unless I had a judge, lawyer who can go into the judge changes and show them the bogus shit. And now the last lawyer, this is a really killer part. The first lawyer I had, a nigga on there with the red hat. You probably seen him, Dre. This nigga just got him a damn assault charge, a sexual, whatever you call it when you do it. You know how the women say you do things to them.
Yeah,
right.
This motherfucker just got that shit a charge on him.
A charge?
Oh wow.
Shit. Now, I ain't feel good with him.
See that.
Huh?
I didn't see that.
No, he's not. He wasn't on TV because they did it under the table. They paid that shit off. It was a lawsuit. So that was sexual harassment. Yeah.
Wow.
So I just found that out. So this is like my third lawyer. BC, you remember BC from Carl?
We remember BC.
Okay, well, you done paid him doing what he's doing him, but he was just so fucking slow. Talking about he out of town, this and that. My shit ain't moved since.
Yeah, so he had to give me, he has to give me some money back, for that.
Yeah.
Listen, BC was tired of Nesto's ass. Okay, he was tired of your ish. Every time he turned around, like how many cases he got to defend? BC's been Nesto's lawyer for a long time, a few decades. I said not a few, not a couple, but a few decades. He's been Nesto's lawyer for other things. Okay, that CP stuff came up, and he said, no, baby, I don't do that. You gonna have to get somebody else. Okay. BC was moving slow because he was tired of you. He didn't really want to help. And she was like, oh, he's gonna have to give me some money back for that. And you know what? Gladly here. If that's what it's gonna take for you to not ever call me again, I will give you this $7,000 back. You can have it. Okay. And that's what Shirley should have done. You should have given that lady her money to stop her from calling the police. That's what you should have done. You can't sweep things under the rug. But anyway, so there was a question in the chat, y'all. So the question is, can Nesto take a plea, or can they do that this late in the game? So could he potentially take a plea for the new indictment? Because that's a different case number. And I don't know if they're going to be able to justify bundling those two cases. I imagine that they're probably going to stay separate. But who knows? Will Wooten might put in a request to have it combined, and he might get that request granted. So he might potentially get a plea deal for that. But I think the time for plea deals for this RICO case and the Strawberry indictment and the PGR indictment and that other indictment that I can't think of right now, I think it's too late for that. So if somebody else thinks differently, let us know down in the live chat or in the comments. All right. Let's hear some more lies from Nesto. Okay. And some more complacency coming from Dre and Shirley. I think Dre's in shock. I don't even think Dre had time to process what the hell he's hearing. He's just hoping that what his buddy told him was accurate.
So, anyway, when I'm telling you I'm getting ready to go, it's just when it's time for me to get the motion, it'd be something popping up every time.
Yeah, every time.
So that was going on.
I'm just trying to figure out how can they do. I guess they can though. I mean, you're not in prison. You're in jail. How can they keep keeping you in jail? And every time the money just keeps piling up and piling up. Mm-hmm. And, we're going to run out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I don't know what we're going to do. We don't have a house to put up or anything, Anyway, well, we'll deal with that. I don't want to be negative.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be hopeful.
Well, we can't worry about that right now.
Some kind of hope. Keep some kind of hope alive. But do you at least get a chance to talk to your? You won't get a chance to talk to your public defender at all.
Oh, but I got to be assigned to another one because what they do is each time, like you go to a bond hearing, I won't talk to you no more. They're gonna assign me another attorney for to go to the probable cause hearing and a new bond hearing. That takes 90 days. So I probably talk to somebody before then, or this.
So you don't keep the same public defender that they got assigned to.
No. They keep changing whatever level. Each level it goes.
Nesto, damn, can you just tell the truth for once in your lifetime? Tell them every time you get new charges added, not thrown on you, but every time they find out about some other stuff that you damn did, okay, and you get new charges that you've that have been added to your record, then that's why you need a new public defender. And it's a different level of charges. So first it started with the fraud, then it was the CP, then it was the SA, or maybe it was the SA and then the CP. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's why. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. It's shame the devil. Okay? And Shirley knows something is wrong. She knows something is wrong. She's like, it just keeps piling up and just, we're going to run out of money. And the sad part is Shirley had a house when she married Nesto. She actually had a home in California. She did a short sale on that house to try to cover lawyers for him for the last arrest that he had prior to this. She did a short sale on her house, and whoever bought that house, they bought it for like you know what? I'm not even going to pretend like I know the exact amount, but I believe it was in the $400,000 range is what she sold it for. And somebody turned around and flipped it for almost $1 million. Okay? Took her home and made $600,000 off of her home. Damn shame. Anyway.
Goes up, they change it. That's how it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't keep the same person. Just go up like that.
No.
So how will they ever get to know you or know your character or know your case?
They don't.
No,
that's
it's
why
character.
Because he had the history of my past.
Mm-hmm.
So this lawyer right here, my problem with people, I'm a very private person, and I don't like people with all that talking going on. So I don't like all that, especially with the predicament that we got now. If you was a regular woman or with a regular woman, yeah, they would be, okay, how you doing, Miss Wynn? Okay, that's it, I'm gone. That ain't it. Hey, you got some tickets? What you think? Your boss can do something for me? That's what this shit is all about. Extra. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing an extra favor for you to get what they need. That part I was trying to say the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, but the point of that is you can't worry about that because there's nothing you can do about it. That's what I was trying to tell you. I mean, you can't tell people how to act. You can't change them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. And as long as he is doing his job to the best of his ability in defending you and getting you out of there, which it looked very much like I guess he was by Wednesday. But then those new charges came in. But you can't worry about that, hon. People are gonna talk. I mean, am I right, Andre? People are gonna talk.
No, you're right. He's been facing that ever since. He's been facing that for years, so he already knows that. well, we both have.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we both have. They're gonna, so that you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
Dre baby and Miss Shirley, that ain't what Nesto talking about. Nesto is still salty because the lawyer ran his mouth to you. That's what he said. He don't like people who talk too much, okay? He don't like lawyers that go and run to his wife and tell his wife everything when he trying to lie to his wife about what's going on. Like you just messed me up. Like, I was gonna tell her something else. But anyway, Nesto is upset now that because of Shirley's ties, because of his ties to Shirley and her ties to Steve Harvey, that's causing a problem because now they figure, oh, he can afford it. Let's give him $1 million bond. And so now you wasn't complaining when you was using Shirley and Steve Harvey's name to lure victims. You wasn't complaining then. Don't complain now. Don't complain about the clout now.
So you can't do anything about it. So you can't work
Y'all just talk. Y'all just talk. Let me get my. Just keep talking. Just keep talking. Don't hang up. Keep talking.
But yeah,
and what he getting ready to do?
I just don't want him worrying about that part of it, because it ain't nothing to do with you can't.
Shirley. She just keep telling Nesto not to worry. No, Nesto needed to be worried, and he really, really needs to be worried now. We have a new member, Brandy Southern Girl. All right, thank you so very much, Brandy Southern Girl. Welcome officially to the family. We be kin now. That's how that go. That's how that go. We be kin now. Y'all make sure that y'all make Brandy Southern Girl feel welcome. And I'm not sure if you are a new member or if you're renewing a membership with Queen. I appreciate you. May your gift return back to you tenfold. And again, thank you so much for becoming a member. The link is in the chat if you are interested in joining. As I said, we're doing a rebrand, so there's going to be some new content coming. So now is a very good time to become a member before them prices go up. I'm just saying. But anyway, because every time you go up a level, you need a new lawyer, a new public defender. Where every time you go up a level in the membership, you got to increase the price. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but Queen, again, welcome officially to the Wisdom's Daughter family, home of the shenanigans. Queen of receipts. Yeah, Nesto is over here with the frou and the fram, okay? The zuzus and the whams, because all this nonsense that he's talking, and all Shirley can say is, well, you can't worry about that, hon. You just got to keep the faith. Baby, it wasn't faith that got him into this situation, and Nesto's faith ain't gonna get him out of it, okay? Nesto's faith ain't gonna. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody's faith is gonna get Nesto out of this one, okay? Sometimes you just gonna have to face the consequences of what you did. Forgiveness or no forgiveness. Anyway, so look here, this is what we're gonna do because it's getting a little late. We're going to go to the end of this. There's 2 calls here, right? So we're going to go to the end of this call, and then we're going to continue the conversation on another evening, all right? So I will put up a notification and let you know when we're going to come back to listen to part 2 of Dre. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow, but don't hold me to that. It's going to depend on what kind of work that I have and how I feel, but I will definitely let y'all know. But let's go ahead and continue listening to Nesto try to sell his best friend and his wife on some lies about some bogus charges, and that every time he goes to get a bond, they throw some more charges on him. It can't be that they found some stuff, okay? And every time he gets a bond, they're like, no, we can't let him out. We got to keep him in here. So you know what? We that other stuff that we found, yeah, go ahead and let's charge him with that now. Okay. Oh, wait, he going for another bond. Okay, well, you know what? Check and see if the expert is finished examining that laptop. Oh, okay, they finished it. They got the photos. How many they got? Oh, they got 6 out of 30. Good enough. Let's go ahead and hit him with some CB charges because he trying to bond out. That's what had happened was Nesto. So Nesto is not, he's it's a half truth. He's not all the way off the mark, but he ain't really explaining it right. Okay. But Shirley, Dre, I'm so sorry that Wisdom's Daughter wasn't around back then to help you get right. Okay. Because I would have helped you get right. All right. Nesto over here telling y'all all type of foolishness and nonsense because he knows that he's gonna need some money, right? And he needs y'all to think that he's innocent, so y'all come up off your coins. But Shirley says she ain't got no more coins to come up off of. And Dre was like, look here, if you ain't getting out, then there's no sense in me giving you this money. And he would be right, because mama didn't raise no fool.
He can't tell people what to do and how to act. They're going to do what they're going to do. This is an unfortunate situation. It's horrible. I'm sorry it's happening, but that's all you can do is try to get an attorney and, get out of here, and keep believing in God and keep trusting God. That's all you have. That's all you have right now. Mm-hmm. That other stuff, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's a shame. Yeah. Do we like it? No. But can we do anything about it? No. Nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So why you're already in there? Why worry yourself with these kinds of things?
Right.
Shirley, that's your advice to your husband, not to worry, just keep the faith? Oh, don't worry about none of this. Just sit your ass in jail and all of this shit gonna go away. That's your advice. Your husband needs a psychotherapist. Okay? He needs a psych eval ASAP. All right? He needs a priest, and not just any priest. Notice I didn't say a pastor. I said he need a priest. Okay? And he needs a priest that specializes in exorcisms. Okay? Because he got rid of the demon in his life that was trying to exploit him and his story for some YouTube coins, but he never got rid of the demon inside of him that made him do all this stuff in the first place, allegedly.
Right. Yeah. I wish we can get to them. At least somebody get to the bottom of it. It's just a game that they play.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. I don't know. It's been a long time, over 30 years. But now the public defender, from what you're telling me is, you said they assigned him to represent you for your rights. So he's really not there to help you, is what you're saying? So he can't get the information presented to the judge and say, these charges are bogus. We don't have any evidence on this. He can't do that.
No, not this one I had yesterday. I don't think he was doing one just for the first appearance. You first get locked up, if you have a lawyer, just sign you one right then so you won't be disclosing your rights. Now, after that, we're going to turn the case on to somebody else. I won't know that next week. When I get to that person is going to put in discovery saying, we need to see the evidence.
Right.
Okay, we need to see the evidence.
You don't want to do that?
No, that's what we're doing. That's what the public defender going to do.
Oh, okay. I thought you said, okay. I was thinking on the person is you thinking about trying to hire another lawyer to take on the Demontre case.
Yeah. So I got.
So Nesto can't even keep up his own lies in the same conversation. Because Nesto, which one is it? Is it that Shirley don't have no money and you're gonna have to get a public defender? Not get, but you're gonna, be dealing with a public defender, or is it that you need a new lawyer, a whole new lawyer, that can handle these type of crimes? Okay, because Dre baby is confused right now. You got Peach Cobbler all confused. Okay, he don't know if he peach cobbler or rhubarb pie. Okay, he trying to figure it out damn self. And we got some smart people in the chat. Too bad you guys weren't around, because you guys would have made better coaches. Okay, so Willie J said, shout out to Willie. King Willie said they can tell when those videos were downloaded. And Aristocrat came right on behind him and said, oh yeah, and when the photos were shared. Why am I mentioning this? Because his silly ass side chick tried to run with a narrative that it was an old laptop and that the content in question, the pictures that she said could have potentially been her, was already on there. But if that's the case, they can tell not only when he purchased the laptop, because he would have had to provide some receipts or something, okay? They know how old the laptop is. They'd be able to figure out when it was purchased based on his receipts and where he got it from, where he say he got it from. But yes, they can also determine when the stuff was downloaded. So if the stuff was downloaded after you purchased the laptop, well, dummy, that's not a good defense. A Lady 100, thank you so much, Queen, for renewing your membership. I appreciate you as always. We been kin. You know how this go. I appreciate you, and may your gift return back to you tenfold. Yeah, they know when it was downloaded. So why would you run with a story that it was already on there when you got the laptop, when they can see when it was downloaded? And if it was downloaded when he got said laptop, allegedly, if he shared it or saved it on a cloud or sent it to another device, like not another device, another method, like via email, or sent it to another device, they will be able to see that too. Okay? Yeah, nasty Nesto. And your side chick, how are you going to say on the one hand he had the laptop and it was already on there, and then say, oh, it was probably her? So didn't he have that laptop already when he met you? I'm just asking. Okay? Because now I'm confused. But what I'm not confused about is this bullshit that Nesto is trying to force down our throats. Anyway.
Get to that point, going for discovery, but that shit gonna take 2, maybe 3 months before I can get back in the court for just that.
Discovery.
And the bond here, it took me that first time.
Okay? Right.
So what happened with all these other cases? I never had no hearing. I ain't had no hearing, no discovery. I ain't had nothing. I just been sitting here. You know what I'm saying? And when you keep adding up all the cases, that's what that pushed me more and more behind. So I don't never get it. I never had a hearing at all.
So have the other cases been thrown out yet?
This lawyer here said they supposed to be already being thrown out, but I keep looking on the docket. They ain't thrown out.
They ain't thrown out.
And they ain't getting thrown out.
Every week. Yeah, they say they throwing it out. It's already thrown out. And I look on the docket. It be still on the docket. It's still the case.
Do you tell him that?
Yes, know that. I done told him that yesterday. That's why we had a powwow. I had to let him know, you're playing with me. This kind of money, you playing with me, bro. If I ain't had no money, and I could sit up in this motherfucker looking sad. I done did that before. Did it in my 20s. Didn't have shit. So I know how that shit feel. Now, if I got a little change to move around and get it and afford a lawyer, I'm in the same predicament like I ain't got no lawyer.
Nesto, you can't afford a lawyer. Your wife can't afford the lawyer. You can't afford it. You can't afford a lawyer. You can't even afford your own house. Okay? You can't afford none of them cars you was driving. Okay? Your wife can afford the lawyer. Okay? I don't know what kind of money he think he got.
So that's what's in my head right now. So right now, I got with something I ain't never faced in my life. Never thought in the world I'll be facing this.
Yeah.
So,
but what does it have to do? Yeah, that's the crazy part. It does seem weird that, because that has nothing to do with what you've already spent 6 months in there for, and now they just found this, and they've had your case for 6 months, and they just all of a sudden found this.
Well,
Shirley, have you ever heard of John Wayne Gacy? Okay. I'm so tired of her saying, well, it wasn't on there before. It just seemed like all of a sudden, and this is not related. Have you ever heard of John Wayne Gacy? Because he went to church, and he would dress up as a clown, and he would be a clown at kiddie parties. Okay. He had a business where he painted people's homes and did a little contracting work, and he was the neighbor next door, right? It didn't seem plausible that he'd have young boys and young men buried under the cement in his basement, buried under the floorboards. But one day they found it, right? Now, he did get into some trouble before, but that didn't have anything to do with the new trouble. But I'm just saying, Nesto had never essayed anybody before until he did, allegedly. And it just so happened that after he got caught with the fraud, everything unraveled because your arrogant ass husband was driving around with the evidence, all the evidence in the car. I mean, he just gave Will Wooten an airtight case. And that's why they were trying so hard to get the vehicle evidence suppressed. But it didn't work. Just like I said, it wasn't going to work. All right. Because his what was his PI, his prayer warrior / Bible lady and all that. Okay. Yeah, made him think that your charge is gonna get dismissed and the motion the motion is not gonna go through, and it was an illegal search. I mean, just pulling out all the stops to defend a predator. Okay? Yeah, didn't work. He's still in jail. And he got what the side chick said she wanted. Okay? She said dismiss or indict. they chose to indict. Again.
Right now. So what I'm saying is, Dre, is the post. I have be assigned to a post sometime next week on this case, and it will put a motion in for discovery. That means call the police and all that, see what kind of evidence.
Right, the evidence, right, suppress the evidence, right.
All right. The only thing is, them folks finish. Some of them good, some of them ain't. You already know how it goes.
Correct. Yeah, I already know how that goes. Yeah, sometimes you can get some good, sometimes you can't. But they work for the state for free, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So that's what that is right now. The lady said she was gonna give me a bond, but she can't give me a bond until I got 5 open cases. That's exactly what she said yesterday.
Nesto didn't get a bond because he's a repeat offender. Okay? And this time it's serious crimes. You did too much other stuff. You're a liability. And because of these serious crimes and because of his connection to Shirley and her money and Steve Harvey, and he has the ability to potentially leave not just the state, but the country. Yeah, you ain't getting no bond. Nesto said, yeah, we're going to do the motion for discovery to see what kind of evidence they got. Well, if you didn't do nothing, there wouldn't be no evidence, right? Didn't you say that these charges are bogus? He said the charges are bogus. He said that they just threw the charges on him because they don't want him to get a bond. So if the charges are bogus, then there shouldn't be any evidence and there shouldn't be no discovery, right? So I'm also thinking that if you're saying these charges are bogus, are you saying that the fraud charges weren't bogus? Was that like an indirect admission to the fraud stuff? I'm just saying, Nesto, you need to stop talking on these damn phones.
Open case.
Who said that?
The judge. She said yesterday when I went to court. She said, I will give you a bond, but I can't because you have 5 open cases. So the case is bondable. But she didn't give it to me because of that. And Roswell knew that.
Yeah, they know.
You's a lie, because you done told the side chick that these charges are not bondable. You see how he be telling Shirley one thing and lying to Shirley and telling the side chick something else? So you tell the truth to the side chick, but you lie to your wife? I don't get it.
They're doing for sure. They're trying to get you on something.
So, yeah. So that was
work yourself up to a lawsuit. That would have sounded like to me for wrongfully accusing folks and stuff.
Okay, did you hear that, darling?
Did I see what?
Did you hear what he just said?
Oh, yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
That's wrong. Yeah, I mean,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Hey, if you're going to charge me. I mean, but then if you don't have anything, let me go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call. If I hang up, I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can call her.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, but no, I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't always comment on stuff because I know they're listening. But
right.
But yeah, I understand. This is just talk about man, oh man. This right here is unreal to me. It's just unreal. Unreal.
You know what he said yesterday? Man, you know, just sit on back, man, start writing, man, get ready to get you a book and everything. Man, I'm 58 years old. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about?
But I get that part, you know. Write a book about your life and it'll be a bestseller.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
So what the F are you talking about? But we wanted to write a book and do a movie and get Denzel to play us in our movie. Okay? Dre Baby said, if you ain't got nothing on me, let me go. Well, they didn't let her. And Shirley said the same thing. If they don't have anything on you, she told that to her daughter, you know, you can go talk to the police. Don't worry. It's fine. If they don't have anything on you, then, you know, they can't charge you. They have to let you go. Well, they obviously have something on them. And then I'm going to address one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing because I told y'all, especially for those of you who are going to be on the replay, that I will share some tea with you guys. Dre said that Nesto might have a lawsuit because he was falsely accused. Well, y'all, Wisdom's daughter was falsely accused. I was falsely accused twice, actually. I'm not going to talk about the first one, but I will talk about the second situation. Twice I was falsely accused of stalking. Okay. Falsely accused of stalking by two people who know each other, but and you know, it's a monkey see, monkey do situation. But see, that's the problem when you do what you see a monkey do. Okay. Whatever happened to that monkey is what's going to happen to you. So anyway, I was falsely accused of stalking out of spite because the person that accused me actually went on a live stream. And not only were they actively engaged in stalking behavior on this live stream, but they actually admitted that they were upset because of content and commentary that I've done in their cases and things that I've said. And that as a get back, they were going to follow the example of the first false accuser. And that if I didn't take my content down, they were going to pursue what they ultimately pursued, which was to get a protective order for stalking. Although I've never been to their home, don't even know where they live, to be honest with you. Okay. Don't even know if they have a pot to piss in. I don't know if they're living with their child, if they're living in a hotel, Airbnb, don't know, don't care. Never been to their job because they don't have one. Okay. Never been to their church because they don't have a church home. Okay. Hadn't seen them in a long time, other than when I showed up to court cases. Okay. Went on a live stream, actively stalking me, but then going to turn around and ask for a protective order 5 days later. They actually showed the business card that they got from the same advocate that their bestie used, because their bestie couldn't afford a lawyer, even though they were posted up and flexing. Couldn't afford an attorney. But you know who could? You guessed it, Wisdom's daughter. Yeah, even after coming off of unemployment, I retained an attorney. Okay. And my stalker, because that's what I'm calling them, who falsely accused me of doing what they were actually engaged in doing, learned very recently that their case is going to be vacated, has to be vacated by law, because they went to court and under false pretense allowed the judge to move forward in a case knowing that I wasn't served. And they better hope that they didn't lie to a superior court judge. Okay? Because typically judges will ask, well, you know, has the person is not here, have they been served? They better hope that they didn't lie. The petition itself was a whole lot. All right? And I don't need a binder this time. Okay? Don't need a binder. But so yeah, so you cannot make a decision in a case, in a civil case, and the other party has not been served and hasn't had an opportunity to defend themselves, present their evidence, their defense. Okay. That is a violation of constitutional rights. And anytime a judge does render a decision like that, and in this case, to grant a 12-month protective order, and the respondent was not served, it's a violation. Okay, it's against the law. You cannot do that because a judge does not have personal jurisdiction. They can't act on behalf of the respondent. They don't have that power over you to do that, right? You have to be able to be in court and tell your side of the story. Okay. And so that case is null and void. There's no other option. It's null and void. Okay. And so my accuser, funny enough, was on live stream saying when she was in the middle of her criminal stalking case, okay, criminal stalking case, that she wants her day in court. She has a right to face her accuser. Okay, so I don't have a right to face my accuser. Okay. Went on a live stream recently. My accuser went on a live stream recently and told everybody on the live stream that she's going to follow me 900 miles to New York because she knows that I'm in New York. Okay. Under the pretense of visiting family, because that's what her dumbass subscribers told her. Well, you could just say that you're going to visit family. She gonna follow me all the way to New York to try to use void paperwork to get a new order in New York State before the judge makes her decision. So she thinks that her paperwork is still valid because it hasn't been officially invalidated. So she's going to take void paperwork to New York, the most restrictive state in this country, and try to get an order before the Georgia judge vacates the current one. Because that's not fraud at all. Because that's not illegal at all. You really think New York is not going to check? You really think they're not going to go in the system and check and see that my attorney, okay? Because these broke ass people like the flex and floss can't afford shit. Don't got a pot to piss in, okay? Got to file bankruptcy just so they can afford, not even afford, but file bankruptcy just so they can have a place to stay for a few extra months until they find another landlord to scam, okay? Gonna squat in a house that they can't, making all of this money, okay, but can't afford to pay rent. I'm still trying to figure that out. How you making all of this money? You posted up, got all these celebrity friends, and you got to file bankruptcy so that you can afford a place to live. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Getting back to my accuser. Actually went on live stream and said that. And said that before the judge makes a decision or vacates the order, okay, that they're going to come all the way here. They're going to follow me all the way here and file paperwork. But the thing is, New York has very strict laws, okay? They will follow whatever has already been put into the system, even if it's in another state. If and only if the case is valid. Case is not valid. Okay. And for the record, okay, because she said something like, "Oh, you looked into the system and saw that I filed paperwork and you left the same day." What? What the hell are you talking about? Who the hell is able to pack up and move that fast? They really think that I was checking the system every single day? You know how I found out about all of this? Is when they went live a few hours after court. The court date that I was supposed to be at, but I didn't know because I had never been served. And I couldn't be served because I was no longer in the state. My Georgia voter registration was canceled before they filed because I had changed my address because I was leaving, because I was starting a new job, okay? Because I have paperwork showing when I got the job offer and when I was set to start. And I find it very funny that the same day that I'm leaving New York, the same day that I'm set to leave Georgia, they hurry up and go file. Which makes you wonder, how did they know that I was leaving the state? How did they know I was leaving the state? I asked because their bestie has threatened to get my IP address, and I don't know what these people are capable of. I don't know if they're stalking, my computer, if they, I don't know what they have access to. Okay. But I know two things. I know that the judge never signed and approved a TPO. The TPO, the temporary protective order, which is what you get until you go to court and get the full order, was denied. Judge was like, no, something ain't right here. We need to go to court. And had I been in court, and as I said, I wouldn't have needed a binder. Okay? Because we like to go on live and run our mouths. That's all I would have needed. And there would have been no protective order. Okay? But it's in the court's own system, right? Documentation. The court documented that I was not served. Now, why the judge didn't verify? Well, there's another layer of complexity there, and I'll share that with you guys later, because this is much, much bigger than a lying-ass, dumbass, scheming blogger who thought she got lucky, okay, and got so excited. I don't know who they might potentially know in the court system. I don't know. But what I do know is that with that little 5-hour victory live was all for naught. It was a waste of time. All right. And unfortunately, I had to waste my money retaining a lawyer in order to take care of this, because I'm what? I'm not in the state. You have no jurisdiction over me. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, I can talk about both of my accusers if I really want to, because in the first case, that order has been dismissed. There was a consent agreement, but that other party has already violated that consent agreement multiple times. So they're not going to consent. Then why should I? Right? That's number one. And number two, try to come up here. Try to come up here and go to the courts and try to get a new order. You have to prove now that your order is valid. It's not. You have to prove that I'm actively stalking you, that I came by your job, I came to your house, I'm following you around. But there's a whole video out there of you following me, looking for me. Almost got hit by a damn car running the street trying to find me. How dare you? So now all of a sudden, because they know that they lied under oath, because that petition was a lie, and they may have potentially lied to a superior court judge. And if that judge took their word for it and didn't check, okay, that judge is in a lot of trouble now. Yeah, you can go to jail for lying under oath. You can go to jail for that. So now Henry County has a problem. Now Henry County has a problem. So now that all this is going on, we want to rebrand our backup channel as a Bible channel. So when anybody goes up there, it looks like I'm holier than thou. That is not going to save you. That is not going to save you. I don't know what is going to happen when this judge looks over everything and realizes that she was conned. Don't know what's going to happen. But monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see. This is what happens when you monkey see, monkey do. Because you're petty, right? That was your get back, right? Because that's what you said on live. So anyway, that is what's going on. So those who were praying on my downfall, who celebrated, okay, who had a good time doing a 5-hour live, okay, screw you. All right. But it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. So, and the only one who loses in this case is the person who lied. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure their little friends, little subbies are going to run back and tell them about what I said. And I don't care. The truth is the truth. It is what it is. It is what it is. So that is the update on what's been going on with Wisdom's daughter. Menu Mindset said, you're a professional, you didn't waste your money, you don't have time to play with these people. Oh yeah, exactly. I'm not concerned about the money. It was necessary, but God made a way for me to do what I needed to be able to do, to retain a lawyer. And some of these bloggers out here don't know how to manage their money, and it doesn't matter how much money they make, they're always broke. When you know better, you do better. And additionally, I should not have had to pay for a lawyer in the first place, because this should not have happened to me. So somebody gonna give me my money back. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Lady said, we drinking a tea bottle now. She said, we drinking OT bottle now. This one, okay, I'm not sure what that means. What's going on, D Johnson? D Johnson said, where you been? How was your trips? I know. Yeah, I've been working, and yeah, my work carries me all over. My work carries me all over. So yeah, I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do what I love to do. It's my career. I've spent many years building this career, and to get to combine what I do and what I love most, which is travel, is absolutely a blessing. A lady said 5 hours. Who does that? Yeah, that's, I mean, I didn't watch it, but that's what I was told. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. These people are low lifes. They're bums. Okay. They're bums, and they engage in bum behavior. Right. So I guess they didn't, have anything else to talk about. So I was their topic for a discussion. I don't think I'm a very interesting topic. I'm flattered that they would think so. I don't think I make very good content. I really don't. And it's funny that they all jumped on the same platform as before, right? So, yeah, they all have their own channels, but they all jumped on one channel. But who's gonna make the money off of that content? Not them. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what she knew, how she knew, if she knew. Okay, I just find it ironic. I find it very, very ironic that the same day that I was set to leave, and see, the day before I left, I took one of my dogs that was going to stay with a relative, right? Because where I'm at, I couldn't bring both of my dogs. I could only bring one. So yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know if people watching my house, I don't know. I don't know. And see, the real question is, how did they get my address? How did they get my address? And see, on their paperwork, they listed their address as the advocate. So it was the advocate who received the documentation from my lawyer, who notified them. And instead of doing what's right, and contacting the court and saying, hey, listen, you know what? I'm not sure if this person really was served, right? Because I don't have any proof. And the truth of the matter is, how it works is the sheriff or the processor, in this case, they didn't even get a processor because they probably couldn't afford a process server. But anyway, the sheriff would have contacted them and said, listen, I wasn't able to serve them. So they knew. She knew that I had not been served. It wasn't even like she made an assumption. She knew. And why would I not show up? If I showed up to the other one, why would I not show up to this one? You know what? I don't, you cannot reason with this kind of stupid. Okay. You can't reason with this kind of stupid. You can't explain away this kind of stupid. Some people are just stupid. Some people, I don't, yeah. Jen said, get the hell out of, yes, yeah. I don't understand why people just keep making the same kind of mistakes over and over and over. and like Nesto thinking that it's not going to catch up. Okay, not going to catch up. Yeah, I had to leave. I had to leave one of my dogs, and she's mad with me. She's mad with me. It's the big one. I had to leave Gigi. Yeah, and Gigi imprinted on me like she's, I got her straight out of a shelter. She, never forgot that I'm like her rescuer. I took her out of that horrible environment. And when I tell you, like, I get on like FaceTime or WhatsApp, I don't have FaceTime, WhatsApp, and she don't even want to look at me. She always give me her back. But she's with family, and she's being spoiled. She's being very well taken care of. Okay, they let her not only lay on the bed but sleep in the bed. I'm like, oh my goodness. When I get my dog back, y'all got her like with some bad habits. But anyway, but no, she's being very well taken care of. So but it was sad because I know she's wondering like, well, how come Allie got to come and she didn't get to come? Like, what did she do wrong? And she didn't do anything wrong. It's just that's just my circumstances. I couldn't have two dogs. So yeah. So but like I said, she's doing very good. She's being well taken care of. She's being spoiled, and I'll be looking forward to when I can get back down there so I can see her. Miss WD, it's a new program to track people's IP, so hide your IP chat. Yeah. You know what? I used to have it. I forget what it's called. But I used to pay for a subscription. So yeah, but like I said, God don't play about me. God don't play about me. For real, for real. Okay. I'm covered, I'm spiritually protected, and these people think way too much of themselves, and it's as simple as that. And they think that they're above the law. They think that they can just move into places like Nesto and not pay rent. All right, they think they can just tell lies and abuse the system. This system was designed for real victims who are really being stalked by boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, current husbands, neighbors, sick people, other people, right? Not for this. Not because you're mad about content, so you figure, and get this. This dumbass actually put in a motion to the judge to ask the judge to tell YouTube to delete my channel. Yeah, she actually put in, well, the motion was twofold. It was because there was an error in the paperwork with the date. The courts had already fixed that. But she actually put in a motion or was requesting the judge to order YouTube to take down my YouTube channel. Like, whoo, really? I mean, I'm not even a lawyer, and I wasn't even in Georgia that long. But even I know a judge doesn't have that kind of authority. And that's what the judge told her. Like, your motion is denied. Like, I can't help you with that. You call YouTube. I can't help you with that. She actually thought that she was going to send YouTube her protective order paperwork in order to get my channel taken down. And I told them, YouTube don't work like that. Okay? Stupid is as stupid does. Be careful who you associate with because you pick up their habits. Sonia's not very smart. And I mean, we got 3 degrees, but apparently we have no critical thinking skills. All right. So yeah, so that got denied. All right. Anyway, that's what's been going on with your girl. I don't want to keep y'all. It's almost 10 o'clock. So Miami lady said you look amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, how I look is a reflection of how I feel. I'm doing very, very well. I am doing very, very, very well. And I do miss Georgia. Of course, I miss Georgia. And I don't even know. I can't even tell you right off the bat when I'll be back. It's really just going to depend on the work that I'm doing and when I can get back there. But it's okay. I'm doing well. I am flourishing, and I am looking forward to the new things that's coming in 2026. So you guys just be patient with me. All right. It's a lot that I have to do behind the scenes to get ready for the new show. But I'll be very excited for that and to know what you guys think and all those things. So look here, I think I got everybody's comments, but again, not really an update, but I know that things were being said and things were being thrown around. And I mean, listen, receipts are receipts. I don't know how many times I have to expose these people. I don't know how many times, I have to come out here and they just, they like roaches that you just can't get rid of. I mean, they just don't stop. But anyway, eventually, like Nesto, you get caught. So, either you give it up and you do the right thing, or you live by the sword and you die by the sword. It's just as simple as that. So yeah, go ahead and hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, y'all know how this go. Be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these YouTube streets, baby. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all. Y'all stay warm out there. We had a big snowstorm. I just want to know, who helped me shovel all of this damn snow? I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, New York got hit hard. All right, the city got hit hard. But anyway, I'll catch y'all later.
I'm a 6-figure type of woman. YouTube is a choice. I do it cause I love it. I do it to have a voice. We family over here, and I'ma give you what you need, but don't ever come for me and question my integrity.